Summer days and all the ways you went about before. All the times you walked away and ended at your door. Still wondering just how you got back here.
The first record I got was Vanishing Point by Primal Scream. It was actually the first Primal Scream record or like CD that I bought, but I hadn't listened to it in a really long time, and then I just listened to it recently, and I realized like how much it had gone over my head. Medication, Star, Kowalski.
And then the first song, Burning Wheel, is really cool. Kind of reminds me of a Rolling Stones song, like off their psychedelic record. Grabbed some local stuff here. My friend Larry's band. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to this yet, so I have to listen to it tonight. It's on Burger Records.
Go. I'll start. I've been looking for this for a while, but it's Julian Cope, who was in Echo and the Bunnymen for I think a little bit. Then Teardrop Explodes, and he did his solo stuff. And this record's called World Shut Your Mouth. The song Head Hang Low is really good.
But please don't sail alone like me. My world's very beautiful today.
How long do you think you've been looking for that?
Years.
Really?
Yeah, I have his other record, Fried, which is really good. Now he writes amazing books, like Krautrock book, prolific dude.
Picked this one out because of the cover art. It's called The Perfumed Garden. It's credited to Chitra Neogy. And reading the back, she is an actress. She was from Uganda, of Indian descent. Musical arrangements were by Jim Sullivan. I thought maybe it was the Jim Sullivan of UFO, but I did a little more research. It's not. It's big Jim Sullivan, the British guy, so we'll see. It's only $2.99, you know. It's sometimes worth just taking a risk on something like that.
I grabbed this Syd Barrett Opal record that I don't have as well.
Crisp flax squeaks, tall reeds make a circle of grey in a summer way.
Was there a record that you really wanted when you worked here that you never found?
When we were up in the warehouse, I was imagining the day where I was going to find some like original Spaceman 3 records, but that never really happened. I heard a lot of stories, but I would be going through there every day.
Yeah, you'd have to go search in the zone by the bathrooms where you're not supposed to look, and right outside the vinyl pricing room.
Every time, yeah.
The next record I got was this Mississippi Records compilation, and I don't know much about it, but it looks like it's Ethiopian, and it has Mahmoud Ahmed on it, who I really like.
I picked up this Hugh Masekela single, Mace and Grenades, backed with Riot, neither of which I've heard.
I'm in jail out here. I'm in jail in the Mace and Grenades.
Bought a few Hugh Masekela records and never been disappointed. He played horn on So You Want to Be a Rock and Roll Star, the Byrds recording.
Sell your soul to the company who are waiting there to sell plasticware.
Actually, we ran into him at the airport at LAX once.
They were like, well, passenger Masekela, please come to the gate.
We were all like chatting, like, no way, ribbing each other. Turned out. And he sat next to you guys, didn't he, on the plane?
I was like, Mr. Masekela, the Byrds. So You Want to Be a Rock and Roll Star? He's like, that's what you know me for? That's what I knew him
15
from.
records.
Good player, nice dude.
Nice dude.
Howlin' Wolf. It's about time I got this record, but I feel like I got into Beefheart before Howlin' Wolf. And once I heard Howlin' Wolf, I was like, ah, that's where Beefheart got his whole thing from, pretty much, vocally. So yeah, glad I found this too.
If you hear me howling, calling on my darling.
This is a William Onyeabor record. It's the first one he put out. It has the song Heaven and Hell on it, which is really good.
Heaven, the best place for comfort. Heaven, the best place for comfort.
Grabbed this spiritualized record. I was looking on the wall and there was a $200 version, or the original. Something I always wanted. Now that I get to buy the reissue. So great record. Love this record so much.
Did you see them play at the Ace Hotel?
I did. I was lucky enough to go to that show. I did this album live. It's really amazing.
It was right around Valentine's Day, so they had like all the white roses on the front.
Yeah, actually, that's a nice segue into this. I remember seeing Ariel Pink there. I was gathering some of the roses, and I think he was too. I don't have this record, but I've been listening to it a lot. I like all his records so much. One of my favorite LA musicians.
Put your number in my phone if I could get some time alone.
This band is called Pussy, and the name of the record is Plays. And this is a wild card record I'm getting here. I don't know what I'm in for. It's got this screaming, screeching cat on the back. It's dedicated to a bunch of animals. Clyde the dog, cat food everywhere, Sam sauce. But we'll see.
Feel the coward's pain, taste the sweet and brave.
It's Exuma. This one's Penny Sausage. It's a little bit later than most of the Exuma that I've heard. He's from Bahamas and moved to New York and was like part of the folk scene and like the Greenwich Village scene, but didn't come out with a record until 1970. Really interesting guy.
Grabbed this Marine Girls reissue. It's on Cherry Red Records. 80s, like English group. Kind of had a nice influence on us, percussion-wise.
Sometimes I scream to think of waking on a moonless morning to see the world is shaking.
Witch in the past. I don't have any of the Witch records, but I've listened to them a bunch. It's put out by Now Again, which is a really great LA-based reissue label.
I gotta get that too.
I saw this Soft Machine compilation, rare tracks, demos from 67 to 70. A lot of the original members, Mike Ratledge, David Allen, Kevin Ayers, Robert Wyatt.
Kevin Ayers is sucking his thumb there.
Yeah, it's a good photo too. I don't think I've ever heard any of these takes.
Go to my chateau. We could have a good time drinking lots of sky wine.
I got this Lejadu Sisters. I've heard a couple songs before, but I don't think they were from this record. But I like those other songs, so I figured I should give this one a shot.
I got this New Age tape by Morgan Fisher, and it's called Echoes of Lennon, and it's all New Age covers of John Lennon songs like Mind Games and Give Peace a Chance.
I grabbed this CD because I couldn't find the record, but it's a record that I've been listening to a lot in the past couple of years. It's become one of my favorites. And it's Eden Ahbez, Eden's Island. You can find it in the spoken word section here. It's a really cool LA record. It's got such a great story. Hugh was, I guess, a hippie before hippies. Spent some time living underneath the first L in the Hollywood sign.
Poor, alone, and happy.
Worked at this, one of the first natural food stores in LA, or restaurants, and they called themselves the Nature Boys. And he wrote a song called Nature Boy, and Nat King Cole recorded it, made him some money, and I think that's what he recorded this with. Really cool stuff. It's kind of a mix of spoken word and exotica, jazz, and it's really well recorded.
We go barefoot every day. Mongoose just a snake away.
Oh yeah, it's everything.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.